Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
This is going to be the loser semifinals between Quado and VLS.
Yes, it should be a good run. Looking forward to watching it. And we're going to be starting really soon. Just waiting for both runners to be ready, and then we're good to go. I hope everyone is doing well today. As we have been for the past month and a bit or so, today we're going to be running Quatopine percent, which is a fun little category that I'm sure many of you are used to by now. But for anyone who doesn't know, we're basically going to be trying to finish the path of pain as fast as possible from the first save file. And it looks like the countdown has started. Runners will be starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Good luck to both of the runners.
See it.
And they should be good to go.
It's been a while since
It's been a
Quado
while.
has raced. I think because his last round just dropped out, so he didn't actually get to do
Yeah,
that race.
I believe Quado's lost. I remember it. I think it was
His
2 or
last
3
race
weeks ago, maybe,
was it
or was it
Stax's?
longer?
Yeah, it was a few weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, sounds right. That sounds right. We've had lots of scheduling problems lately, which makes sense, with all the different time zones and everything.
And school starting, so understandable.
Yeah, people having to deal with school and work and all that kind of stuff.
But we're
But yeah, we're off. Looks like we're off to a pretty good start so far. Quado getting a good spawn for the Venge Flies. You'll have to see that.
an amazing spawn, actually. Didn't have to jump anywhere. Came straight to
VLS
him.
not so much, but keeps going very smoothly. Generally, King's Pass is pretty clean for basically all speedrunners. For anyone who hasn't noticed, we are running on current patch, or any of the current patches. I believe VLS does 1.5 and Quado does 1.4.3.2.
They might both be on one.
Maybe. I
Yeah, you
can't
don't
quite
see an
remember. VLS,
inventory there.
yeah. So no inventory drops, and there'll be a couple of
Yep.
little any percent like NMG any percent tricks that we can't do just because they got patched out.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate,
Fortunately,
but
the super incredible tech of opening your inventory as you're hard falling that everyone in their casual file, I'm sure, found out got patched out by Team Jerry.
yeah, I know it's a travesty. And all the the boulder fireball glitch getting out of green pass that everyone did on their casual playthrough also got patched out. So you hate to see that. See, Quado having a very clean acid arena. Love to see it. And both runners getting double spike Togo. Let's go.
Yeah, Team Geo is absolutely absurd. There are some categories that use that Aspid Arena for Geo, and that is good for even those categories.
Yeah, 15 is a lot.
So this is kind of can skip a bunch for this chest, probably.
Yeah, probably. That's actually good to point out that Geo is not super tight in Path of Pain percent. We do have to buy a lot, but just the order that we do stuff in, and then also we're able to get a bunch of chests. Just makes it not too difficult as long as you don't forget anything important, like the Soul Sanctum chest. Ooh, Fearless taking an unfortunate hit to the guard there.
1 HP.
Oh, one mask.
Probably
Let's
gonna
go.
kill. Does
Yeah,
not
I
have
mean,
Fury.
no. And we also we kill False Knight because we're going to be entering city through the main gate, which means that if Fearless wants to do damage tank strats for the the next 2 stages of this fight, I assume he's okay. He's gonna heal. But both having pretty good False Knight RNG so far.
Fast cycle.
Not to not to prepare to comms curse, but hopefully, it was good. It was a good run.
False Knight people,
Quite
right?
finishing up nice. Yep. So as mentioned, we actually kill False Knight in this run, A, so that we can get this Geo chest here, which means that we don't have to kill Vengefire King later, and also because we're going to be entering the city through the main gate instead of down from Resting Ground. Which is because we actually go to Resting Grounds to get Dream Now before we get Mantis Claw. And part of that is because of the fun little essence routing that we have to do for this run. And Quato getting a 423 for a Vengeful Spirit. VLS will be a little bit behind. Looks like Rix is in chat though, so hopefully we'll be getting some good splits.
Nice.
There we go. Thank you, Rix.
So the City Crest entrance is good if you're going to Sanctum, because it's like right there. Going from the right side is much slower, and they get the Soul Tyrant essence and also dive. So
yes, that is a good point as well. But we do the reason we get Mantis Claw after we go to Resting Grounds is so that we can do Elder Who and get his essence, and also grab one of the Dream Trees in Fungal Waste. Dream Trees, Essence Trees. Whispering Roots. That's what they're called. So the splits for entering Ancestral Mound was a 414 for Quato and a 423 for VLS. It looks like they're about 9 seconds behind, apart at this point.
Auto not
did you
getting
notice?
Ulcer.
Yeah.
I do think the Balder Spits were pretty good for both.
Yeah, both were pretty good as you can get from RNG. Luckily we didn't have any fifth spit or something.
30 HP is not the best thing for Green Path.
No, I definitely would agree on that one. I personally take a lot of damage in Green Path because I'm not that great. So yeah, a 3 HP would be very, very scary. And yeah, any 1221 runners will notice that we are unable to use the Green Path Boulder Quick Kill because that was patched out. And as a result, we don't do the first Fireball skip, which to be fair only saves about 3 seconds anyway, so yikes. Fearless getting, I think, 5th spit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness. That's some unfortunate RNG. But boulders really do love to do that to you.
Absolutely.
And both have entered Green Path. Quado's heading up on the first Fireball skip.
Fire. Yep. Clean.
Yeah.
Needs to do a 1 fireball for this one, because only has 5 hits right now. If he wants to go for it.
Yeah.
See? And he gets it.
Very nice. That's
crazy.
difficult to do. Quado's had some very clean movement so far into this race, apart from those 2 hits in the Forgotten Crossroads climb. VLS has also been doing really well so far. I believe has had a couple. I noticed like a few drop downs in Ancestral Mound, but otherwise both runners are going really well.
Missing the fireball skip, and the husk was turned the wrong way. Unfortunate.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, so we don't actually kill Vengefire Cling in this particular category, which is because we were able to get that Geo chest from False Knight earlier. And so just saves a little bit of time in this segment. Also, what's really interesting is that we have to grab Green Pass Stag before we do Hornet. And the reason for that is we're gonna be coming back later so that we can fight No Eyes, and then also so we can head down into Deep Nest, I think, for the Whispering Root and for the Galleon there.
VLS missed the double on the Moss Knight. It's a little unfortunate. Does still have more health than Quado does. That is nice. Ooh.
Oh, never mind. Just took some damage.
Fortunate.
Quado going for corner strats.
Jeez.
Nice. Oh, and then gets a double.
Ooh.
Very nice. Shaking it up a bit.
That was good.
That was a very fast Hornet fight.
This might be a sub 9 green path. Yeah, that's a sub 9 cloak. That's really fast.
Yeah, that's super impressive. This is looking
VLS
to be
isn't
a
even doing that
really
badly
great
right now.
run.
Quado's going
No.
crazy.
Yep. Very impressive. Yeah, I believe Quado was practicing on stream last night for a little while. Which I guess makes sense if, yeah, he hasn't competed the category in a little bit. But he's doing really well. VLS not getting the best Hornet RNG, unfortunately. But, you know, still doing the best with what he has. And finishes off nicely. So we'll be able to see what those splits were in just a second. I get the feeling that the gap possibly might have widened a bit, but we'll have a see.
But
yeah, okay,
all that right there was standard for early game for basically any category. So now it's going to diverge a little bit, and we might see what Quado's really got since he hasn't done this in a while.
Yes. So real quick, the Mosswing Cloak split was 8:57 for Quado, which is super impressive. A 9:40 for VLS, which is also a really great time. So they're about 43 seconds apart. So quite a larging of the gap in that split by about 28 seconds, which I would assume would be from just the differences in how the Hornet fights went.
Combination of Hornet fight, one fireball is faster than no skip, obviously, and
Yes, of
also
course.
no Moss Knight double. So quite a few things. Quado had just an overall really clean green path, and VLS messed up like one or two things. Not terrible, but still definitely some behind.
Yeah, they're still very close together. And it's really important to point out that this category is pretty much not over until it's over, because there's so many bosses that we have to do that it just you never know what's going to happen.
A lot of bosses, and
yeah.
the name of the category, Path of Pain.
Yes, of course. And we'll see in a second. Quado setting up True Ending Shade Skip, which is really exciting.
Grozmother's Geo gets stuck in the ceiling? VLS doesn't have enough.
It looks like it.
You have less Geo? That might have been because it got stuck in the ceiling. So if you kill Grozmother too high, some of the Geo can go into the ceiling and... Ooh, getting a fireball. So much happening. Oh! That really sucks.
At At least he
Quado
didn't kill
missed.
the shade. Doesn't have to set it
Yeah.
up again. So basically, true ending shade skip is one that we have to do because we don't have claw at this point. And basically just uses a couple damage tanks, parry, some fireballs to try and just get enough height to get into Blue Lake. Quado gets it nicely. I believe that was like second or third try, which is pretty quick. A third, I believe. On one mask of health through Blue Lake, which luckily isn't a very volatile area.
Yeah, you can only get the ceiling geo with claw, so that's why it's really important in this category to try to kill it near the ground, kill Grozmother near the ground.
Yeah.
ELS was like 200 or 365 or so, so it must have been like at least 5 geo got stuck in the ceiling. That's quite a lot. Very unlucky.
Yeah, that's a lot. Normally that much doesn't get stuck there.
Yeah, the
VLS doing
fireball
shade skip
and the missed
really
shade skip
quickly.
definitely messing up Quado there. I think he could have still saved it after getting hit by the shade, but obviously you can't
Yeah, it was
expect him to
unfortunate because the
necessarily.
shade then decided to reset its position, which was just unfortunate timing.
Yeah. Here's the mystical clawless dreamplats. Everyone says it's easier than with claw.
I guess that you don't know, because you don't have claw, you can't do as many risky things. I don't know. Some nice underplats from Quado though. You love to see it. Yeah, very nice movement. Quick look at what these splits are going to be.
Very
So
good.
Blue Lake split was an 11:52 for Quado and a 12:16 for VLS. So VLS saves about 19 seconds with a faster true ending shade skip, which is very impressive. So that gap is now only about 25 seconds apart, although we'll see how the Dream Plats went and if that changes at all before getting Dream Now. Quado missing Seer Skip.
Not at all easy to do or to get, but
Very tricky skip. Still unfortunate to see, but
Quado checking, make sure he has
understandable.
Shaman on.
Yes,
Good,
always
good.
important to double check, especially before heading to Elder Who. You really want to have Shaman on, yeah.
Oh, VLS gets it. Nice.
Very nice. VLS grabbing Seer Skip and getting some time saves there.
I don't know if it's still a thing. I think it used to be a thing where if you don't turn around, you can get soft locked. I think he's fine. Does appear.
I didn't know about that. There you go. He's on 1.5, so I'm not really sure about that kind of stuff because it's quite a more recent patch.
Oof.
Oof.
Get through that hit.
But yeah. But yeah, we're going to be heading down. We're going to be grabbing Mantis Claw, but we're going to be doing two things on the way. First is we can opt to grab a Charm Knot, which Quado is doing now. It's technically optional, but you'll see most runners do it because otherwise we would have to overcharm failed champ, which as a boss who already does double damage isn't ideal to do in a speedrun. Unless you're super confident, I guess. Then after grabbing this... Oh, yeah, okay. That was the second one. We were like, oh, overcharms? Don't know. Both runners grabbing the charm notch.
Yeah, I think also it requires you to additionally do a different geo route because you actually get 90 geo from these ogres right here.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Might have to grab an extra Helena Seal or something somewhere. That might affect the order in which you go to the seer as well, because depending on when you go to the seer, depends if you get an extra seal that you can sell to Lem and everything. But we can see Quado on the left is doing Elder Who. So far it's had pretty good RNG. I say as He gets the third pancake. Third long attack.
Wow. Unfortunate
But had
getting
lots
those.
of doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting
We don't want
those
to be
on
getting
the
these
last hit.
long attacks. Yeah. That is unfortunate. Because basically when Elder Who does his long pancake attacks, he disappears entirely off screen, which is clearly not a good thing when you're trying to attack him. But as far as Elder Who RNG goes, that's not the worst I've seen. So pretty good from Quato. VLS seems to be doing
Teleporting
pretty well
left
as
and
well.
right. Alright. Nice.
There we go.
Oh.
I think that was a little bit of a faster Elder Who from VLS, just from an RNG standpoint. But I think they were pretty close together because Quato got a lot of doubles.
Quato going for... Okay, I think he's going for 2.
Yeah, nice.
Fireball. Nice. Gets it.
Very nicely done. You can see there the current patch Comfy Pogo, which is just a little bit more frustrating than 1221. Just because we have to add a couple fireballs in for some air stalls because we can't do the double pogo that you'd normally do.
Alright. Back up, Pogo.
Very nice. And we've got Mantis for Quato. That's a pretty good Mantis split. Also, I'll quickly point out that the Elder Who fight, Quato finished at 16:19 and VLS at 16:42. So we're about 23 seconds behind. So VLS did in fact save about 1 second on his on his Elder Who fight.
Definitely gonna lose
Having
time.
to go around, yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
He's also very far behind on... Well, killing that Mantis made up a little for it, but...
Yeah.
almost
Did Quato
20 behind
grab the... I think Quato grabbed the Hell in a Seal.
Yes.
I think.
Grab the journal.
And
I believe that is...
oh yeah, journal,
the
sorry.
journal route. Ooh, gets the nice
Yes.
Rand's Dash.
Very nice. And also didn't forget to grab the Whispering Roots, which is very good to see. This is one of, I think, four Whispering Roots that we do in this run, which is always kind of fun to see because we don't do it in many categories, actually. VLS opting not to grab the journal, so we'll be clearly doing a slightly different geo route. I don't know all the geo routes super well because there's a couple different ones that you can do. But I assume that I think both will probably be doing Gorgeous Husk, I think.
I don't think Quato
Or maybe
gets
not
Husk.
Quato, actually. Yeah, actually,
Quato
no, you're right, you're right.
Bench. Okay.
Wow. I mean...
Definitely feeling
yeah.
good.
Ooh, okay. Basically, Quato skips Quirrell Bench, and so essentially cannot die from here until after Soul Tyrant. I say as he's on 2 masks health.
He does have a few places to heal here, like on this coming elevator, and after he gets through the DLC rooms, he can heal as well. So
that's
as long
true.
as he
That's
doesn't
true.
get hit too many more times, he should be fairly safe. Obviously,
Still,
though, it is
Sancton's a pretty
very
scary
scary.
place sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very scary to not take that bench in any kind of race setting, because if you die, you have to go all the way back around.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've seen, like, I can't actually think of another race where I've seen someone not take the bench. I think most people just, I mean, technically it's optional. I think most people just go for it, though.
Yeah, I know in, like, 1XX categories, if you're 2 masks down, you almost always go for it. But yeah, I guess only 1 mask down, feeling good, probably. Thinks he can get a good
I mean,
time.
I guess why not? Definitely.
Yeah.
A little bit of time saved there. Also to quickly say, Oh, Rix is asking us not to comms curse. I don't know what we comms cursed. I didn't notice it.
I'm saying good things and bad things. Therefore, it can't possibly go wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'll point out that at Mantis Claw they are about 31 seconds apart, so having to go all the way around instead of doing the double Mantis Coco cost Velas about 8 seconds. But also Velas didn't grab that journal, so there's a little bit of timing differences there.
Plus out. Oh, that's
Nice
true.
kill.
Since you skipped the DLC room. Bench is good.
Yeah, very nice Norman fight from Quado. And had a good Hellroom Jr. as well, as far as I saw. And meanwhile, Velas is doing the same thing. Oof, gets a bad spawn. But also does pretty well.
Very
Wow.
nice auto.
Clean. Wow, very clean Hellroom from Quado. Doesn't take any damage. And is going to be heading into the Soulmaster fight with 5 Masters of Health and a full soul, which is great. Good to see.
Opting not to pick up all the Geo from Norman. Not doing great on...
Oh, we got
1.5J?
left hand. That is. We got a left hand elevator from the 1.5, which is something that Team Cherry decided needed to be patched in. I think was an attempt to fix what's it called, elevator storage, but instead we get that fun little wall climb that we can do on the left hand side of the elevator.
Elevator storage actually getting fixed in the next update. On the beta right now.
Oh wait, really?
1.5.77 currently has elevator storage fixed. Very sad.
They actually did it. I'm almost impressed. Quado had a very fast first phase, and is, gets through Soulmaster very nicely. Very clearly knew what he was doing. Didn't need to take that Quirrell bench.
A little trick if you
Meanwhile,
didn't know, when you pick up dive or any of the level 1 spells, you get full soul. So you are free to heal as much as you want to before that.
Yes, that is very true. Vela similarly having a pretty good first phase as far as I saw. Quado not forgetting to grab the Geo chest. You love to see that.
Jumping very late for the odd. Maybe doesn't quite know the timing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Quite possible. But otherwise, both getting through second phase, which is good to see. Yeah, it's obviously Quado just grabbed the chest, but even before, there were like 200 Geo apart.
Well, that's just a journal, I think.
Oh yeah, because Quado did go sell.
I think like 10 or 20 Geo is probably the difference.
Okay.
Yeah, Quado's like pretty good on incidental Geo.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know how much of an impact that'll make on the rest of the route, but...
Yeah, well, it just depends what routing they end up taking with when they go to Seer and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I believe
it's about 200.
Yeah, okay.
And 200 of that is the journal, 20 is incidental, which is actually
quite a lot.
Pretty big.
Yeah. I do believe that the CS/Geo routing was slightly more optimized recently, but I don't actually know what it is, because for the longest time it's just been like, oh, there's a couple possible routes that you can take and any of them work.
Quado's just using the same route he's been using the entire tournament, so...
Yeah, okay. I mean, you know, if it's not broke, what is it? If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So next, What are we doing next? Next, we are going to Peaks. And we have to grab Crystal Heart, and we also have to grab Shop Key. Because we're going to be buying Elegant Key later so that we can grab Shade Soul.
Our damage for the run.
Yes, which is super important when we're doing like Soul Tyrant and Lost Kin and all these fun little more difficult versions of already difficult bosses. Both make it nicely through that lava room. I deeply dislike that room. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ila's taking a hit on the spike pogo up to the stag. Quato getting inventory drop on that dive there, which is fun to see. It's a lot easier to do because that floor takes a little bit to break, so works well though.
I believe Quato goes. Oh, not doing it today.
No Pogax?
Not
And
feeling
get
it
stuck
today.
behind.
Yeah,
That's a shame.
unfortunate.
Oh well, understandable I suppose. It's definitely, it looks like Quato's going for just
Probably won't. Wants to
comfy
reset the
and
room.
fastest possible strats. Yeah, it has to reset that room. That's unfortunate, but you know, so many things in Peaks are on a timer that it's just. Oh wow.
No god.
Nice. No god pixel. Understandable again.
Well, god cycle. It is RNG, so if the laser decides that it wants to shoot a little bit early, you have to go in the right spot, which is what has been named God Pixel. And Quato didn't get lucky and also did not make it inside of the, or get outside of the hitbox. So
yeah. Quato grabbed shop key, which is good. Not something you want to forget. You definitely do not want to come back to Crystal Peaks at a later date.
covering the route is definitely a good. Don't let people tell you otherwise. Yeah, and as you could see with VLSs there, the crystal or the crystal crawler didn't shoot horizontally there, and so if he had gone for God Cycle, he would have. I believe neither of these runners will go for Descending Dark, which is optional, loses
Yeah, I sincerely doubt it.
quite a bit of time overall, but is safety.
Yeah. I
I
think
think
about
both
2
these runners
minutes
are
or
very
something.
comfortable with their Shade Soul.
Yeah. Quato got a whole bunch of underplats during that, which was fun to see. Grabbing Crystal Heart nicely. And is going to be grabbing Elegant Key and then heading back to Sanctum for Shade Soul and Soul Tyrant. Ooh, BLS misses an attempt at inventory drop.
Not sure whether the dive saves more time or the air stall here. Seems like the dive would have saved a little bit more time. The air stall right here.
Yeah, well, I think he was going for an inventory drop because he opened his inventory while standing on the ledge, but
when
it
you
is still
after missing
possible to do.
I think going for dive is probably faster than saving for the air stall.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe. I guess so. It's a longer drop.
Never timed it. Get someone on
Me
that.
neither.
Time it. Let me know.
Let us know. Alright, I'm curious to see what the split times were. Alright, Crystal Heart was a 27:48 for Quato and 28:38 for VLS. So about 50 seconds apart at this point, and there was a 10-second increase from the last split. Yeah, which I think is probably just from a couple just small things. I mean, Crystal Peak's movement is so specific.
Probably
and,
better dive.
Yeah,
I assume so. There's some animation lag at the end, but I think it is probably still faster.
Yeah, I would think so, especially because it's quite a long drop. So you'd definitely
It's a
be
long
saving
drop.
quite a lot of time.
Fireball does not save a lot of time, so. But you don't necessarily expect them to think about this on the fly during a race. So, not
No,
too
that's
bad
true.
not think about it. But
Very nice Norman 2 from Quato. And he's grabbing Shade Soul, which is great. And VLS is going to be heading over to do the same thing. Meanwhile, we get to see Quato do Soul Tyrant, which is very fun to see. And the first of our kind of major dream bosses that we're going to be doing. The other one being Lost Kin
or
and also
big
Failed Camp.
essence source, sorry.
Yeah.
Obviously, because in order to enter White Palace, you need 1800 to get the Awoken Dream Nail.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And what's interesting, another reason that the routing is kind of so insane in this run is because we're not actually finishing the game, so we don't need to grab any of the dreamers. We just need to get all that essence. And obviously all the skills that we need to do Path of Pain, which is everything.
Yeah. Well, technically, you wouldn't need everything, but it is slower to not get everything because you'd need
Isn't
additional
there like,
arms and stuff.
yeah, isn't there like one jump at the start of White Palace that requires Claw though, or something? Like, isn't it like you could
Wings and
do?
Claw are both required, but I believe Dash and C Dash individually are not. You need at least
Okay.
one, but you don't need both. Although you'd need extra charms, so that's obviously slower than just
Yeah, that makes sense.
getting.
I was about to mention how Potter was going, but then I was like, I shouldn't conquest this one. Has gotten a bunch of Shade Soul doubles though, which is good. Because Shade Soul doubles do something crazy, like 10% of Soul Tyrant's health or something. I think it's 8% actually. Yeesh, getting a lot of teleports, which is unfortunate to see.
Not looking like a very nice fight.
No.
Current being a little bit rude.
Yeah, not the best RNG, but Quato making good use of it anyways. Oof. Keeps getting a higher spawn as well for those staggers, which is really frustrating. But we'll see how second phase goes. Meanwhile, VLS is doing first phase. Going for the upswing strat. Gets a nice low spawn, which is good to see. Makes it a lot easier to dodge the little orb spells. Ooh, misses the Shade Soul there, which is unfortunate.
They're
But
tyrants
otherwise,
high
that was
five each other. So not going for this.
Interesting. Oh. But yeah. The next thing that we're going to be doing is we got to go back to Resting Grounds. We're going to be doing 0. Also, talking to the Seer and grabbing the Resting Grounds Whispering Root. Those 3 things can be done in a couple of different orders, and I'm not entirely sure which order is currently considered the most ideal, but it looks like Quato's going to be heading to 0 first, so it's possible that that's it. Meanwhile, Vila's having, first cycle for second phase. Very nicely done. So a little bit of time saved there. Quato finishing up 0 very quickly. Pretty free fight when we get it with Shade Soul. And I'm curious to see what those splits were. Yeah, okay. So at the end of Soul Tyrant, Quato had a 32.41 while VLS had a 33.28. So VLS saved about 7 seconds with that one
Oh,
cycle second phase, and also I think just possibly
I think,
slightly better
yeah.
RNG.
I think the first phase was probably a big part of it. I don't think the second phase was
Yeah,
that much time loss, but
yeah, maybe like 2 seconds or something. Not sure. But looks like they're about 47 seconds apart at this point.
also heal
Yeah,
on.
okay, so
Yes.
yes, yes. Now that I think about it, it makes sense that Quato opts to do, well, both opt to do zero first, but Quato definitely needed to, oh no, VLS definitely needed to because he didn't grab the journal in just above Mantis Village, so needs to be able to get the Helena seal from Sia.
You're getting the code on both times.
Yeah.
I think it's
Uh,
faster to quit out to bench rather than climbing back up. Could be.
I'm not sure. It's quite a short distance, so I think it would be pretty close, I think. Quato opting to go to the elevator through Crypt, which I do believe is a little bit faster. And next things that will be happening is a little bit of a geo grind on the way to Basin. Yeah, so it looks like Quato doesn't need to do, or opts not to do Gorgeous Husk, and instead will probably be going to sell a bunch of relics to Lem.
Ah, Hornet, get out of here. We don't want to talk to you.
Ah, the old Hornet cutscene.
Get out of our way.
It is weird that she just like shows up to say hi and then just disappears to Kingdom's Edge.
We're not even gonna see you at Black Egg. Fine.
Exactly. Just wants to get in our way. We're not interested in saving the world. VLS
This is
grabbing the relic
different.
from here.
Interesting.
I feel like I've seen someone do that before. Might have been VLS, actually. I can't remember. But that'll be, yeah. I'm not sure what that's making up for that VLS might have missed.
Yes, just the Mantis Village Journal.
Yeah, probably.
But then also getting Gorgeous Husk. That is getting Gorgeous Husk and skipping Kings. Feel? Is that faster?
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
very
not
curious.
sure. I know for the longest time the geo routing in this wasn't optimized. I believe it has been recently, but I don't run this category personally, so I don't know what it is.
I haven't seen a whole lot from this category recently.
Yeah, there's been a couple of short breaks, I guess, because we just get scheduling issues. Oh, we almost. Oh, yep, there we go. Double crystal like that. On both screens, which is fun to see. A little bit of sync up. But yeah, we're going to be heading down into Broken Vessel, which is another fun fight to watch. And it's really important when we get down there that the runners don't forget to either grab wings or to do Lost Kin and grab the Lost Kin essence after Broken Vessel. Because trying to get back down into Basin after missing either of those two things is a long run.
Me. Come on. Nice.
Oh, never mind. That's that transcend?
Basin, yep. Yep.
Very nice. Did Quatto didn't open the pathway, I would assume.
The shortcut? No, I don't.
Yeah.
PLS. Not getting good RNG.
No,
Bridge.
getting early Rava spawns and doesn't get to Crystal Hot the dash too far, which is unfortunate. Nice double from Quatto.
Dead very soon. There it is.
Yeah, wow. Really good broken vessel. I almost said broken kin. Really good broken vessel from Quatto there. And he's going to be styling out of the room. Oh, just
No.
No, unfortunate.
Plus 104 Geo Roger. Yeah. PLS picked up the journal and killed Gorgeous
And
Husk.
Gorgeous Husk. Yeah.
Definitely
Which, is,
about that.
which yeah, would definitely add about a minute on. Whew, sorry. We've got Lostkin now. Which should be fine with the, with Shade Soul and what we've got. Hopefully, get some good RNG. Luckily, a Lostkin is, unlike Failed Champ, doesn't do double damage. I would not want to be in that fight. VLS also grabbing Trans Dash very nicely. Opt to open the shortcut though. Probably, yeah, I mean, it's a good move if it ends up being required. But Quatto having a very nice and fast Lostkin fight and gets the, I don't know what it's called, damage warp out? I don't know.
Yeah.
It gets out
The death warp.
early. Death warp, that would be it. Very nicely, and grabs wings, so didn't forget to grab anything in Basin, which is very nice.
Do we know what Quatto's pace is?
I'm not sure what Quatto's PB is, but I can probably check his,
It's a 5941, I think.
it sounds about right. I can double check real quick.
Not entirely sure the splits for all of it. Don't know the pace, but this does seem like
It's
a
not on
pretty good
his...
run overall.
It does. He doesn't have it up on his Twitch, so I'm not sure what his PB is, but I would assume that he's doing very well right now. How's VLS's Lostkin been going? Looks pretty good.
Not too bad.
Not too bad RNG. Immediately takes 2 damage as we say that. 3 damage.
At least
I might
close.
stay quiet
Okay.
just to the ending of this. No, oh, okay. Was that? Oh. Yeah, that was too early. Yikes. Unfortunate death from VLS. That was definitely a comms curse. That's on us. That wasn't great.
Oh dear.
Yikes. Yeah, sorry about that one. That's really unfortunate. Dying that late into a Lostkin fight. Meanwhile, on the left, Quatto is going to be doing Failed Champ. Luckily not luckily, but good to see that it's not overcharmed, just for the safety.
Chase over. Good going. Yep.
But doing very nicely. VLS is low on health again. Oof. That's rough. That's a second death to
Oh.
Lostkin.
Quatto accidentally diving instead of fireballing. That is definitely.
That's gonna leave some time.
Gets done anyway. Definitely a bit of
But other,
difficulty,
yeah. But
but
otherwise, makes it
yeah.
through Feld Champ very safely. And gets the warp out. Very nice. So we're getting down near to the latter end of this run. Basically, Quado now is just going to be going on an Essence grind, doing a bunch of Dream Warriors, grabbing some Whispering Roots. The next one, I believe, is Gorb, and we can't forget to grab Lantern on the way. Because we're going to need Lantern for No Eyes.
Yeah, it's very weird trying to route a category where you don't get Shade Cloak and you don't really need to go to Queen's Gardens for much, other than obviously going into deep quickly. But weird routing Essence to get to 1800 for that. So they get Lantern anyway, because No Eyes is pretty fast, 200.
Yeah.
Very nice Essence. So, and then these
VLS
Whispering Roots,
finally, oh no, sorry, what were you going to say?
the Whispering Roots were made to route out Marmot, because
Yes,
that's
because
obviously
we didn't
pretty
want to
slow.
do Mamu. Yeah. I was just going to say, VLS grabbing Lostkin finally on third attempt, I believe. And grabbing Wings. So definitely quite a bit of time lost there. Yeah, okay. Lostkin exit, that whole split, they VLS lost about a minute and 50 seconds of time from the two deaths, one of which was quite late into fight as well. So they're currently about 3 minutes 45 apart, which is something that a nice death to the King's Molds at the end of Quatopine cannot fix, or can fix, depending on whose side you're on. But Quado cleaning up Gorb nicely. Meanwhile, VLS is going to be heading over to Failchamp. Sorry.
think
But
actually
yeah, even at this point, oh sorry, you go.
I found splits. So Quado's Gorb in PB was 43.39. Do you see what the
Okay, that's not. I didn't see exactly when he finished Gorb, but I would assume he's like 30 seconds behind, maybe.
not too bad. Still can probably sub hour if he has a good path in good white palace.
Yeah, I think so. Ooh, there we go. But he's gonna be heading down to No Eyes. Neither of them grabbed the Crystal Peaks grub, so clearly we're gonna be seeing some terrible No Eyes RNG, because that's definitely a real thing that happens and is not just a myth. VLS taking some damage pretty early into the Failed Champ fight, opts to heal, which is definitely a good choice.
Got scared by the Lostkin deaths, definitely. So,
Yeah, which is understandable.
ooh,
You definitely
it's
don't want
singles. That is
to. Oof.
not. Ooh.
Misses a Sage Soul, that's really unfortunate, and is only.
What?
Oh my gosh. How did he dodge that?
Now
Oh my goodness.
that's some jank
Oh,
right there. Wow.
wow. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, jeez.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Quado,
Not a
and
good
meanwhile, Quado
one.
is not getting good No Eyes RNG.
Not getting knocked back by any of the Shade Souls. Teleporting away.
And teleporting to like the opposite ends of the arena as well. Jeez. Does it though? Even if it wasn't the most ideal. Meanwhile, VLS
Probably about 30 seconds.
on. Is this third attempt at Field Champ or second? I can't remember.
Oh,
Ooh. Tried to go for heal there, but ended up taking damage.
that's definitely looking nervous.
Yeah. Ooh. Jeez. I mean, not getting the best RNG for being able to dream now, but still attempting to dream now. Oh, jeez. That's another death for VLS. Again, Failed Champ is a very difficult fight because of that double damage. Meanwhile, Quato is going to be... Wow.
First try QTA.
Wow, first try QTA from Quato. Very impressive. I don't believe Quato went back to Sia, so Quato doesn't have Dreamgate, right?
Do not believe.
Yeah, okay. I mean, with a first try QGA, it doesn't look like he'll be needing it, but knock on wood and hopefully everything goes smoothly.
Not have a galleon.
Yeah. Might opt to grab the lifeblood. That was quite cool, actually. VLS managing to damage tank into one of the falling meteoroids to avoid taking double damage from False Knight. Opt to heal, definitely a good choice. Meanwhile, Quato is going to be grabbing the QG route on the way down into Deep Nest, and then we're going to be grabbing Deep Nest route. Oh my gosh.
Galleon.
Failed Champ just refuses to give VLS good RNG. Jumping into the corner frequently and not allowing him to get any Dream Nails.
Not great RNG, but this fight is consistent after first stagger. If you do get triple, see a lot of singles there. Instead of getting the triples, that would send him immediately into stagger, which not great, but
yeah, not ideal. Still manages to make it to last phase, so all good from here. I think that was what, 4th or 5th try? I can't quite remember. But luckily, most of the death seems to be quite early into the fight, so rather than being right at the end. But definitely some time lost there. So we'll be looking to see what Rick says the splits were very soon.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Potentially tilted just a little bit.
Yeah, so at Failed Champ, Quato finished with a 42.40, VLS with a 49.13. So they are 6.5 minutes apart at this point, and unfortunately VLS did lose 2 minutes 48 from those several Failed Champ deaths. Which is,
Ready
really
to
unfortunate
see
to see.
some more suboptimal Whispering Root routing from Quato.
Oh, yeah. I do love that the Deep Nest route is basically just like, yeah, just go whichever order you want. Do whatever you want.
Doesn't go for the very slow one. Thank goodness. Doesn't want to die since he doesn't have Dreamgate.
Understandable.
Okay.
But basically, from the Deep Nest route, we don't actually need to get the whole thing, which is why it's not super optimized. All we need to do is get 1,600 so that we can get 200 from Galleon and then get out of there. Quato using the Crystal Heart strats. I personally really like the Crystal Heart routing because it looks cool.
Don't believe it is optimal.
I have no idea what optimal is / if there is an optimal one.
Yeah,
Most
I haven't
people don't
seen
seem to do it though.
But you know, it doesn't.
I think it's pretty difficult.
Going in the bottom left corner doesn't seem particularly fast. And having to talk to a devout really quickly on your way. Nice geo count, by the way.
Yeah. Hey. Quato opting not to grab the lifeblood, considering how he's been playing, probably won't.
He was full on health and soul. Okay. Nice.
There we go. I was like, no, yeah. I was like, probably doesn't need it. But yeah, and that's all the essence that Quato needs. So Quato is going to be heading to White Palace now. Ooh, right. Which is fun to see. Meanwhile, VLS is going to be heading down to Noise. So grabbed Gorb. I'm pretty sure I saw VLS grab Lantern.
Well, is very low on Geo. Have to assume that's Lantern.
Yeah. Yes, that makes sense. Which is always good to see you. You never want to forget Lantern.
So Quado is about a minute behind PB at this point. So that should be
Okay.
completely off his mind. Probably can go just focus on the race. Get a good time. Make sure you win. Don't die
Yeah.
in last
I would
room.
assume so.
Don't die to the King's.
Yeah.
All
We've
you have to
definitely
do.
had a very unfortunate trend of having a lot of our runners in races die to that last room. Sometimes more than once. Which, to be fair, is something that just happens to everyone all the time, but is unfortunate to see in a race setting. But Quado grabbing Awoken Dream now, and VLS heading into No Eyes. Hopefully VLS gets some good No Eyes RNG. Cross our fingers there. But I can't imagine it can be too worse than what Quado had, but I guess you never know.
Actually,
Ooh,
looks
misses
very
a
good.
Shade Soul. Yeah, gets great RNG, misses one of the Shade Souls, I think, but gets a double on the other, so...
Dead. Yep.
There we go. Some
I
really
think it
good
was
RNG
actually
there.
all the Shade Souls hit. Just teleported out of one of them.
Yeah, right, okay. Makes sense.
Really good.
Meanwhile, Quado has officially entered the outside of White Palace, and is going to be taking on the King's Mold.
Not getting
So
out. Oh, does VLS have D-Gate?
Oh, I'm trying to think if I noticed. I didn't notice whether or not VLS went back to see her, I'm going to be honest. But, it's possible. See if chat knows. Meanwhile, Quado is doing the next King's Mold fight in White Palace. Nice, very smoothly. And VLS is going to be taking an attempt at QGA. It's going to be really difficult to make time on this split because Quado got that first try QGA. VLS gets it pretty quickly though as well, so very nicely done. I think that was like fourth try maybe?
Do not think that C-Dash is actually... It might be. That is definitely... Oop. Okay. Going for safe strat.
Yeah, understandable. Quado now going to do left side. And VLS is going to be heading over to the QG route on the way down to Deep Nest.
Auto falling, that means the cycle is going to be maybe
Yeah.
odd? No, it's going to be, well, cycle was right. He didn't go for it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Alright, guessed it anyway.
Very nice. But yeah, that's really difficult taking any damage in White Palace just because of how cyclic the entire thing is. Ooh. Bit low on health. Luckily we have all the soul totems around. Very useful.
Okay. Very close. Got his horns shaved off.
Yeah. There we go. Alright.
Inventory drop.
Left side's done. Inventory drop. Very nice.
Oh, VLS forgetting the root.
Oh no. Really?
Both words. The root and the root.
Oh shoot. Has he noticed?
Like he's going back right now.
Oh, okay. I wasn't. Yeah, nice. Okay. At least he noticed. You never want to get much later. You know, be heading over to grab Awaken or whatever and realize that you don't have enough essence. Ooh, Quado taking a hit and getting a bit
Thankfully
off.
got the hazard respawn
cycle.
right there. Yeah, so the
Yeah.
hazard respawns are in those little crevices. So if you don't actually take any breaks in between and go inside those, you don't get the hazard respawn.
Huh,
So
okay.
thankfully he went inside one before getting hit.
Yeah, right. I didn't know that. Skip nicely done. Good to see. Okay. Meanwhile, now VLS can finally properly head down into deepness to grab a deepness root and to grab Galleon.
Oh. Okay.
Whoa! Quado almost missing the lever, but doesn't, unfortunately.
I think
No, fortunately.
actually, if you're low on health, it's potentially faster to save quit instead of healing after hitting the lever.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure that safe quit is the optimal strat if you're low on health. But Quado has officially entered the path of pain. So we'll see how this goes. Meanwhile, VLS is doing his own version of the suboptimal deepness route. Well, not the suboptimal route as in the pathing, but route as in the fact that we have to do it at all. But Quado making it nicely through first room, first try.
That was,
And
well, not out yet, but yeah, that was, oh man,
my goodness.
Quado getting very close to
Wow.
Thorns twice.
Jeez.
First wings
That was
almost
that
hits
was
him into one, and
That was
then
almost impressive the way he just like
yeah,
got that claw. I didn't even know you could hook onto the top of that platform, I'll be honest. But yeah, wow, impressive.
LS of course rooting for comms curses. Unfortunately, Quado denying the comms curse.
Yep. It is definitely at this point
Uh,
Quado's race to. I actually don't know how the phrasing goes. Quado's race to lose? I don't know. My point is that if VLS wants a chance, Quado's going to have to make some mistakes. Like that one.
oh,
Uh-oh, maybe the comms cursing has kicked in.
oh.
Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, VLS having a pretty good Galleon and has enough essence and is going to be heading to grab a work and drink now.
Yeah,
Ooh,
730 is, that's almost two passive. So
Yeah.
Quado would need to die twice. In last.
Yeah.
Wrong. Oh, Quado, you don't need a dash there.
Ah. Resets the room. Definitely a smart choice. I do like the statue pogo version of this room. It's I think it looks cool.
Absolutely.
No thorn skip? Ah. Understandable. Still. You hate to see it.
I hate to see it. No thorn skip. I would be disappointed.
Yep.
I will smite you from the heavens for not going for thorn skip.
Ah well. Not for everyone, I suppose. Meanwhile, VLS has officially grabbed an Awoken Dream now, while Quado is entering last room. The bane of my existence, and many, I'm sure. Whoa.
Okay.
Very nicely saved there. Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Under?
Oh!
No! Oh man.
You had to say
That was-
something in chat. See, that wasn't even us. You cursed.
Yeah, chat, come on.
How dare you?
That wasn't us, because we were talking about what he'd already done, not what he was about to do. But yeah, I love the under Sawblade movement. Looks very cool. Yeah, wow. Very nice
Bear
stall there
stall?
to fix the early jump.
Of course, The
Wow. Goodness. Gosh, last
oh,
room is just so tense to watch.
so if you don't want to use your soul, there's actually another way to. You can hit those. I believe you can hit the javelin spike things while they're still in the floor. You just have to go really low and kind of go to the side because when you pogo, you don't want to get hit.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds about right to me. I guess the just problem would be when the timing is. You know, like if you're dropping as they're about to come back up, or
I It's either while they're in the ground or it's like as they're coming up, you can sort of hit it. So you can almost always, like with wings, you can almost always make up for weird timing because you can kind of hit them while they're coming up. You just have to be slightly to the side.
Quado taking that dash a little bit low again.
So taking
Yeah.
Quado's controller for last room.
Yep. I mean, last
Sorry,
room is
Echo.
it. Last room is just difficult in general, so it's definitely
Yeah.
understandable.
Did look like he had it first time around, but
Yeah, that was definitely unfortunate. Chat is currently arguing over if they are cursing their runners, and
okay.
It's under nicely. All right.
Good.
Let's see.
Doesn't
All
go
right.
first Axis Fireball, unfortunately.
Oof. This could be it.
But they're dead.
There it is. That's the run. Oh, wow. Great job to Quado. That was fantastic. Yeah, not
Jeez.
sure what's going on with Quado's timer currently. Unable to see what Quado's time is. Apparently has done Path of Pain percent in 2 minutes and 38 seconds. I think we have a new world record here.
I think he actually just did a Path of Pain IL.
Yeah, wrong category. Oh, wow. Nice save from VLS there with the flipping off that platform. I'm just going to go ask in chat if Quado knows what his time is.
Layout seems.
Yeah, we've got problems with the layout currently. I'm just currently looking to see if Quado knows what his time was.
We do know the time. There is a 1 there. But
There's a 1 somewhere. I would assume it's
102.38.
probably very close to 102.38. It's entirely possible that the problem is just that the hour has disappeared.
Yep.
But we'll just see if we can get some confirmation. Very nice left-hand side. There we go.
Look at that.
It is in
102.38.
fact a 102.38. Very nice time. A couple minutes behind PB, which will be from that trouble with last room, but up until that point, had been running super smoothly, and even got last room relatively quickly. So, very nice job to Koto. Meanwhile, VLS is making his way nicely through White Palace, and will be entering Path of Pain very soon.
So as it turns out, all you have to do is insult someone else in the community, and then the players start playing well to make sure that the insult doesn't go through.
Yeah, yep, that sounds about right. Makes sense to me. Ooh, that's rough. Just missing a jump there. So here we go. Let's see how this goes. Understraps, very nice. Whew. It's very close to that. To that sword blade there, but gets through nicely. Nice. First room done. Second try is pretty good. First room is pretty difficult. If we ever said what VLS's PB is, do you know?
Not sure.
If anyone in
There's
chat knows,
a
let us
sub
know.
hour or very close. Might have a 1
Yeah,
hour.
I believe it is. Yeah, I can't remember if it's sub hour or just like very, very close to it, but it's something like that. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
This being one of the only places you can die in Path of Pain aside from the King's Mold place, assuming you get soul from the totems. So please
Yeah.
don't die here, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, please. Pretty please. Okay. Gets through,
All
gets
right.
to the soul totem, which is nice to see. Ooh. Ooh, doesn't opt for. Alright.
Thing to not wait a million years.
That's fair. That's fair. But gets through that bit very nicely. Statue Pogo, love to see it. Very nice climb in this room.
Oh!
Oh! Hey!
Oh!
Oh, you love
Go.
to see that. VLS getting form skip. First try too.
First try.
Oh, that's exciting. And makes it through the room,
So
so
awesome.
doesn't have to worry about hazard respawning to the start. And VLS in last room. Let's see how this goes.
Oh! Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh. Wow, impressive save there. Just manages to pogo off one of the swords. Holy crap. Oh. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
First try?
Does
Well,
not go
we'll
for
see how
the
this goes.
fireball.
I mean, considering the history that we've had in this competition of people getting, like, smacked back into the thorns and taking, like, double damage, I understand.
Yeah.
Hey, very nice. First try last room for VLS.
Very good path.
Oh, very good Path of Pain. Good runs. Great job to both of the runners.
GG's.
Fantastic race from both of them. I'm going to go ask if they would like to do interviews. Yeah, we'll just see if either want to come in for some post-race interviews. So chat, get ready if you've got any questions you'd like to ask the runners.
Yeah.
But yeah, very exciting race. And you also can see how, like, the fact that VLS had so many deaths to both Failchamp and Lostkin and still finished with a 108 just shows, like, how fast these runners are. They're very, very impressive at this category. Only waiting to see if anyone wants to do interviews. But yeah, so that was what, losers semi-final, I believe.
Yes, loser semifinal.
So is there, like, the next one would be like a losers final or something? How does it work?
Winners final into losers final and then grand.
Yeah, right. Okay, that makes sense. Quato is keen for an interview. So we'll be joining in just a second. Hey,
Hello,
Quato.
hello. Oh.
Hey.
Hey, how you
How'd you
doing?
feel?
Yeah, I'm feeling alright. My path thing wasn't great, but other than that, I'm kind of happy with it. Right?
Hey, Velas.
Maybe like
Hey,
Path of
GG's.
GG for the race, Quato. It was a great time.
Great
you as
runs
well.
to both of you. It was very exciting.
sub 9 cloak is ridiculous, by the way. You know,
Thank you. I had
the
a really
one
good cloak
fireball
sprint.
randomly.
Oh yeah. I had to because I messed up my soul collection.
But yeah, wow.
But then
And a storm skip from VLS right at the end of Path of Pain. That was very fun to see.
Yeah, first try Thorn Skip, that was fun.
Oh yeah, that was really awesome.
I was a little curious, VLS. So you went for Gortys Husk and you skipped the King Station seal. Is that faster?
Wait, what do you mean?
Or unless I missed it, I thought you skipped the King Station seal and you
Oh
went
yeah, I
Gortys
skipped
Husk.
it, yeah. I skipped it.
Is Gortys
Uh,
Husk faster than that seal?
I don't know, to be honest, but I used it to go for Grid Hash because that's how I started in this category. I don't know if it's faster.
Me neither. But how do you guys both feel? I mean, about we're coming to the tail end of the tournament, and how do you feel about the progress that you've made and how everything's been going?
Quato, go first?
Yeah. Well, so I lost like my second round, right? So I got put in like the very start of losers bracket. So I kind of looked at it and I was like, oh wow, I'm gonna have to play a lot of matches. But yeah, now I'm top 3. There was one match I wasn't played because school reasons basically. But yeah, it's been a few matches definitely, and yeah, I guess it's been a bit of a journey to get here. It's been like 2
Absolutely.
months, I think. I think this tournament's going on for 2 months at this point.
Yeah, something like that. That sounds about right. What about you, VLS? How do you feel about how it's been going?
I'm very happy with the tournament. Like, the tournament itself was really fun, and I think I learned a lot in the game during the tournament in general, and I'm very happy with my progress. I was expecting to lose like in the first 3 rounds, but I reached the farthest I thought, so I'm very happy.
Yeah, well, both of you have been doing fantastic. Both really great times, especially in a race setting. It's really difficult to keep that tension off. And VLS, you did a fantastic job recovering from all those deaths to Lost Kin and Failed Champ, which are really unfortunate.
Yeah, my
But,
Lost King and my Failed Champ was like the rivals I ever had, but I'm very happy with my Soul Tyrant kill. That was like the fastest I had ever for like 30 seconds. Was really a nice kill. But after that, yeah, all the bosses went really bad.
Yeah, your Soul Tyrant was really good. And you had some great No Eyes RNG as well, which was nice to see, as opposed to Quado got some unfortunate teleports and everything.
Oh man, I got my Shade. My Shade fireball twice in a row. Also,
yeah,
something
but
else
VLS...
about that race.
Oh yeah, keep going.
Basically, I always like load up my splits like on a separate window, so like I can see my pace and also the route. I actually forgot to do that this time, so I had to remember the route for once, and that was a struggle actually.
Well, you did very well.
Great.
We didn't notice forgetting anything. But obviously, Quado, you'll be moving forward to the losers final, and VLS, congratulations for finishing 4th in the tournament, which is fantastic.
It's 4th place in the tournament? Didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'm happy
So
with
a
that.
big congrats for that. Yeah, I would be. Done a fantastic job. But yeah, do either of you have anything else that you want to say? Parts of the run that you really enjoyed or anything?
My last game was like a gold actually. It was really good. I was pretty happy with that.
Oh, really?
Mm.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Also, shouts to Con for last minute comms.
What?
Shouts to you
Oh,
for
last minute
comms.
comms. Yeah, I mean, I existed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you for stepping in.
Yeah, thank you
I
for the
probably wouldn't have
comms
wanted.
and the restream.
Ah, of course. Thank you for the exciting race, and yes, thank you God for the restream. Very useful. But yeah, if we've got no more questions from chat, we might finish up there. So congrats again to both of you for a
Good job.
fantastic run. And yeah. Thank you also to everyone who came and watched and to support the runners. Thank you for tuning in.